Hello, beautiful yogis. Welcome to this practice of Love Your Life. We are going to do some lovely, gentle stretches, reset our body-mind. If it's very hot where you are, we'll do a little cooling practice, both in moving and in breathing, to cool us down and to match summertime. Let's begin in a seated position. A little seat to sit on, your folded blanket works, ankles crossed in a comfy way, and your spine elongated, palms in prayer pose. And just for a moment, this closing of the eyes, this feeling of the hands pressing lightly together and the thumbs into the sternum. And then that central axis of your tailbone all the way up your spine to the crown of the head is one long line. Alert and ready to drop into the now moment. And just letting yourself register your state of being in this moment. It's always good to recognize if we are off kilter, as we are often enough. And our practice to bring us back to center. As we are now in this position, the pressing of the hands, and then inhale, raise your hands up as though pushing through this membrane to reach high, and then spread the arms, exhale. Lower your arms back down and let your hands come to rest, palms down on your thighs, sitting tall, lowered gaze or closed eyes. Let's go to the breath right away. Low belly receives the breath. It rises upwards. And the inhale reaches the top. And then we begin the exhale through the pursed lips. Nose inhalation, initiating that deep in your lungs. Lovely fullness of breath, little pause. And then the pursed lips to blow the breath away smoothly and completely. And one more of these, nose in. The rising sensation of the inhale at the cresting moment, a pause, and then the blowing away, smoothly and completely. Lovely, and then now this sense of what is my intention to be here? And just sensing what that is for you. What it is you want to get out of your practice today. And for us all, a reset, coming back to centeredness and balance. Lowered chin, opened eyes. Hands wrapped around the knees to exhale around your back, pulling in at your pelvic floor and your lower belly. And then ready to inhale, draw your chest forward and up, chin up a little. So we're forward of the hips. And then as we exhale and round and contract, the middle back is behind the hips in the rounding action. Forward and up, inhale. And then the rounding on the exhalation. As we did, forward into the lift of your heart. Stretch your throat a bit, feel the shoulders draw back and even the shoulder blades squeeze together in this inhale. And then the rounding, drooping, inward contracting, all of that happening on the exhale. 1 to go. And please come to the upright spine, sit tall, and have your palms opened at either side of your body. Feel the symmetry up the midline and out each side. We'll inhale the arms overhead and lift your shoulders to reach higher. And then as we exhale, we'll let the shoulders drop back down. The shoulder blades press in. Staying here for inhale. And then on the exhale, widen the arms into the cactus position. Take a breath here. And then on the exhale, towards your left we go. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, the other way. And inhale, center. And exhale. Moving with your breath. Exploring the twist out of the tall spine. And one more. Exhale. Great. We come back to center, lowering the fingertips back to the mat and ascending through the central axis. Leaning now a little bit towards your left. Slide on out. And bring that other arm up and over besides your ear, rolling your bottom ribs, your left ribs forward a little bit, and looking up under the arm. And then as you're ready to exhale, turn your face to look down at the hand on the mat. Turning the head, breathing in. And turning the head again and breathing out. And one more time, the upward gaze and the downward gaze. Lovely, good. Stay downward looking, inhale. Now exhale, bend your right elbow, drawing it back. And then inhale, straighten the arm again. The exhale, bend the elbow and draw it back, a little more of a turn. Straighten the arm on inhale. And last one, exhale, bend the elbow and a little turn. Lovely, good. Inhale, come to upright, fingertips lightly touching either side. And now we'll raise the both arms up as we did. Lift the shoulders to get more lift out of the waist. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Staying full breath in. And the exhale, cactus arms. Lovely, breath in. Exhale, left elbow towards your right knee. So there's a little bit of a forward bend here. Back to center. And we're going towards, we don't have to touch. And back. So there's a twist and a little lowering towards. And one more. Lovely. Coming back to center, raise both arms, stretch out of your hips. And this time exhale the fingertips down to the mat. As we now lean towards your right and bring your left arm up next to your ear. And as we stretch it, we look down to the hand on the mat. Inhaling, the arm stretches away. And exhale, bring the arm closer, looking down. And as we did, make it reach, reach, reach. And exhale, draw in. Once more. Lovely, and we stay looking down as we bend now this left elbow. Inhaling, open towards the left, and exhaling, bring the arm closer to the head. Inhale, bend the elbow and draw the chest open. Exhale, near your ear. One more time. Great, and then this is the inhale where we come to upright. All the way up, lightly touching with your fingertips. Inhale the arms all the way up. Raise the shoulders, then drop the shoulders. Lovely, stay full breath in. And exhale, lower the arms back down. And please switch the cross of your ankles. Good. Inhale the arms, as we've been doing, all the way up. Interlace the fingers this time and cup the back of your head. On the inhale, the heart presses forward, head rests in your hands. Exhale, round your back. Elbows come forward and bow in a bit. Don't have to go far. Inhale, come forward. Lift the heart as the elbows draw back and the heart lifts hugely. Exhale, fold forward gently. As we did, open the heart, open the elbows, exhale rounding, and one more. Good, and all the way up with the spine. Release your hands now to your knees. Draw your spine into the rounded position, and please circle your trunk towards your left, forward, towards your right, and back. And so this winding, unwinding, letting go the day, letting go all the little moments that were challenging, and how we can arrive here in the breath and the rotating. And then we'll reverse that, circling, going first to the right and forward to the left, and the rounding. So the largesse of this circling is good. Can you feel how we are steady on the sit bones and mobility in the upper body? And a lot of our practice here is to not only maintain mobility, but increase mobility. Lovely, we come back to the center line, all the way up the center line, and now let's undo the crossing of the ankles and line up the soles of the feet in cobbler's pose. Bring the feet in a little bit as we now lean towards your right thigh, and your forearm comes to rest on your right thigh, and now resist with the thigh. And so your thigh is pressing up and your forearm is pressing down. Hold that resistance. 2 more breaths. Resist with the leg, press down with the arm and the body weight. Lovely. The next exhalation, let go that resistance in your knee, your thigh, and see how there's an inch or so give here. And we've dropped a little deeper. Great. Good. And coming back up, we take it second side, leaning forearm into the inseam of your thigh. Resist with that left leg. Press it up as we lean the body weight in that direction, with the intention of pressing down while the leg resists. Good. The next exhalation, let go the resistance, lean more, and feel the little give. Good. And make your way back up. Help your knees up. And slide your legs directly forward, close together. Sit bones inch back a little bit and the toes draw back to come into Paschimottanasana, which is the seated forward bend. We're going to raise both arms up. Inhale, get length, and a third of the way we come forward. Exhale. That's it. And coming up again, we don't need to go into the full forward bend. The legs are still adjusting to this new terrain that we're inviting them to, as well as the back. Third time. Go forward, and now let the arms release and rest somewhere on your legs, wherever they rest. Hold on. And now we'll do the halfway up, the inhale, where the heart lifts, and then inch a little out of your waist, come forward, and we rest in the forward place, letting the head hang, and we'll feel the breath into the back. One more breath all the way into your back. Great, and now we'll just walk your hands back up your legs and bend the knees and come again into cobbler's pose where the feet line up, the knees fall away. Good. And from the vertical line of the spine, keep it straight, come a little forward. So your heart's coming forward of the hips. Come back on inhale. And forward, exhale. Great. Coming back, inhale. And forward we go. Again, the heart leads. Now we'll stay forward. So let your hands, your arms release. And let your head hang. Just as we did a moment ago when the legs were straight, probably find you can go a little more deeply forward with the legs in this shape. Breathe into your back and really become absorbed by the feeling of the breath in your body in this shape. Lovely, everyone. Use your arms to press back up, all the way to the vertical line, upright, and bring your knees in. And let's now bring both feet to your left side. And so we're sitting mermaid style, zigzag style. And see how you can manage this. You can either have your foot against your thigh, or you can rest your knees a little closer together. And so we've got the lower body already oriented a little bit to the side. And we take a tall frame breath in, turning into the twist. So please turn now to your left. You'll meet resistance. Inhale tall, go a little further to the left, and then lower your hands, one over the leg and one on the ground behind you. And taking this particular form of the twist with the legs in this shape, and breathing into the tallness of the frame, exhaling your face directly forward. And we come back to release the arms. Use the hands to lean into your sit bones and orient your legs to the other side. Getting comfy, you'll notice the places in your body that are tight. And we get tall and spreading breath in, a hand turning in that direction, exhale. Tall frame, and a little further lower the hands for purchase, and stay tall to turn. So while there is a little tilt in the sit bones, don't come too high off the mat with your right sit bone. Try to keep it pressed down. And then the next exhalation, turn your face to the front. Great. And we unwind this shape. Use the arms behind to release. And now place your feet flat and wider. Again, the hands can just lightly support us behind as we just tip side to side with the knees. Great. And last one. Coming back up with your knees, bring them in, wrap your hands around the shin and then draw your spine up tall. Great, releasing. Good, and then from here, straddle legs, wide, 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 as wide as you can. Tilting your pelvis so you can be on the edge of your pillow blanket and so that your pelvis has a little tilt. And your legs are vigorously straight, and we take the arms wide, tall and wide, and exhale, reach to one side, inhale, come back, and exhale to the other side, and inhale back. So a little side to side reach. Going great. Great, and then let's make that other arm do a little more, sweeping up, reaching and sweeping up and over. So lovely mobility in the shoulders, in the side waist, stable in the sit bones and the legs. And gently teasing a little bit more mobility in our bodies. Great, last one. Great, and we come up. We leave the legs a moment, fingertips in front. Lift your heart and just come forward slightly. Heart now forward off the hips and go slow. It's always good to close the eyes in this one, because one of the painful things about being a human is that we tend to look at other people and go, oh, I wish I could do that. It's a guaranteed form of suffering. So we close the eyes and just feel our own body. Feeling the stretch through the legs, the forward motion of the torso, the spine. And the smooth, long, slow breaths, letting go any agenda to get anywhere, but to experience this moment just as it is. And then with calm, centered breathing, sometimes on an exhalation we might find a little bit of give. We could drop a little bit more. Two more long exhalations in this straddle leg forward bend. And then walk your hands, pressing to come up again, and haul your legs in, and let's come onto the back. So we'll come onto the back using the core. Seating yourself, feet flat, knees bent, and then reaching back. And so let's take it a little In and out, coming up and back. Keep your feet rooted. Forward and back. Already we're working the core. All right, everyone, are you ready? We're going all the way down now. Feet stay rooted. Go slow. Roll your way down. Strong core. And all the way until that marvelous landing moment where we can let the body completely relax. Let your legs slide and flop and your arms slide and flop, and feel this arriving moment in this shape. Lovely. Bring your firmed up legs closer together. And then bend your right knee in towards your chest. Left leg stays as it is. And we'll meet that knee with both hands. Squeeze in close. Push that leg away, breathing in. And squeeze in close. One more time with the right leg pushing away, squeezing in close. Hold the leg close. Attention to left leg. And on the inhalation, the left leg rises up off the mat towards the vertical line and exhales back down slowly. Length of the breath to the horizontal plane, but without losing its charge. 2 to go. Up we come and back down. And up. And lower down. Good. Let the left leg flop and relax on the mat, and the right leg joins it. And the arms out along sides, also in the very relaxed place. Sensing, feeling this response from the body to this moving. And firming up your legs, bring them close together, toes drawn in, firmed up. Bend your left knee and meet it with your hands to exhale, squeeze close to your ribs. Inhaling, push away, and squeezing in close. And as we did. And this time we hold the left thigh close to the body, attention to the right leg which rises on the inhale, lowers on the exhale. 2 more times. One more time, the right leg inhales to vertical, exhales down to this time. Land, relax and flop, and the left leg joins it there so that the arms and legs, shoulders and hips can soften. And we meet the ground in this relaxed place. Please bend the knees so the feet are flat. And bring your right ankle over your left thigh, and the hands meet behind the left thigh, which we brought in a bit. And we're in thread the needle. Raising your left leg now, flexed foot, bend the left knee, relaxed left foot. Left leg extends, inhale to the flexed leg, foot, and exhale, relax. One more time. Great. So gently let your left foot come to the mat, wrap your right thigh over it, closing the gap. inch your butt to the right, and then with the wide arms, over we go. Wrapped legs go leftwards, head rightwards. And we have a little breather here, this softening moment. And so we keep returning to the softening moments, which is where so much can release. Our tiredness, our stress, our trying so hard. And we can let it all go. Please bring your knees back up and cross, come back to the center place as we now take the left ankle for thread the needle over the right thigh. Hold the right thigh, draw it in, feel all this, and the right leg stretches up into the flexed foot position. Bend the knee and let the foot relax. And as we did, extend and flex, bend and relax. One more time. Lovely. And we let the right foot land, let it go the hands. Wrap your left thigh over the right. Little scooch left. Wide arms and the lower body rolls to the right. Head a little leftwards, relaxed moment. Softening everything, feel what's here. Constantly we meet ourselves with great acceptance of the moment, of the state that we meet. Knowing that it's always constantly changing, it's always in flux. Great. Inhale, draw the knees back up, uncross, centralize your sacrum, and tuck your palms down right near your sacrum, slightly tucked under, and take your both legs straight up into the air, flexed feet. Exhale your long straight legs a third of the way down. Inhale, raise them up. And exhale your long straight legs, keeping them flexed, a little further down, maybe 2/3 of the way. Strong in your core, raise the legs again. And down we go, almost or all the way to touch the ground. And then we'll rise up again. Inhale, the legs return back to the vertical place. Exhale, a third of the way, just a little way. Inhale back to vertical. Exhale 2/3 of the way, the long straight legs. And bring them back. And now the big one, your legs as low as they will go. And the inhale returns them back up. Nice, everyone. Can we do one more set? I say yes, let's do it. 1/3 of the way. And back. 2/3 of the way. And back up. And this last one, the big one, down we go, really slow with the breath. And back up. Nice, everyone. Bend the knees. Take them a little ways apart. Put a hand on each knee. And then circle them outwards and back together. So your legs are now going in opposite directions. And then the next one will reverse this direction. And one more. Nice, everyone. Put your feet down, leaving the knees bent. Releasing everything. Take that moment where we feel everything. Part of the slowing down, part of the accepting. Sometimes it's part of countering our forward momentum, our urge to have things a certain way. Great. Can you reach your block? Place it now between your knees and the feet come off the mat. The feet lift so that the shins are parallel to the mat and the arms are either in cactus or fully extended out. Light squeeze of your block as we breathe in. And now both knees, or holding your block, go leftwards, head rightwards. Calming up. And take it the other way. So this movement, when we were sitting, tipping the knees from the wide feet, is an echo of that in this. Letting the arc grow, getting a little closer towards the ground as your body allows. So always in tune with what's doable. Nice, we're coming to the last one to each side. Going as far as is doable. And we come back to center, letting the feet land and taking the block to the side. Nice, feel your feet land. Position them parallel and your arms next to your hips as we set up now for the bridge pose. Press your feet down, your palms down, raise your hips up. And exhale, lower back down. Inhaling, raise the hips. Hold the shape, hold the breath. And exhale, lower back down. As we did, raise the hips, inhaling. Coming to your maximum lift, which we hold with the suspension of breath. Lower down, exhaling. And once more, please, raise the hips. Pausing. And exhale, lower back down. As you release, cobbler's pose, widen the arms, rolling the palms open now, feet touching. Come into the allowing moment. Allowing the inhalation just generously, deeply in and completely out. These moments where we catch the breath. Catching it to slow it. One more lovely breath here. Please help your knees back up. The feet are now flat. Lift and lower the sacrum so it's flattened well into the mat. And bring your interlaced fingers to cup your head. And as we fill up with breath, the exhale, left elbow, left knee to right elbow, exhale across. Inhale, return, and other side. Exhale across, inhale, return. Last one. Good, just stay with your head supported. Feel the moment. Catching your breath, pause. And then from here, take your feet off the mat so that your shin bones are parallel. Same action. Exhalation, right elbow across to left knee, while your right leg circles up and lowers down. And other side. Last one, across, hand back, lie your head down, let the feet land, pause a moment, wide feet, knees leaning in, relaxed arms, slowed breath. Nice everyone, let's roll over, come to hands and knees. Blocks at ready. As from the all fours position, we take now the right leg parallel to the mat. Push into the imaginary wall and send your left arm forward at the same level. Hold this for equal breaths in and out. So it's the left arm, right leg. And exhale, hand and knee, come back down. Take second side, left leg, right arm. So remember to keep your hips level. Draw the belly in. And release this shape too. Lovely. Let's bring the hands to the blocks. And from this all fours, which not quite all fours, raise your left knee up, look up, inhale, and step that left foot through, all the way through. And as your foot inches forward, let your left knee bend more so that your pelvis drops and your heart lifts. Nice big breath in here. And then exhale, draw your hips back towards straightening the front leg. Peel the toes back. Lovely. Flatten the foot. Lunge forward, lift the heart. And reverse, draw back. This is the exhale. And one more time. Inhaling, lunge forward, lift the heart, lighten up the pressure on the blocks. And draw back. Great, let's take that left knee back. Take the right leg up, inhale it. Lift the heart and then step the foot forward, between the hands a little forward, giving us plenty of room to bend that right knee, lunge the hips and raise the heart, breathing in. And the exhale, drawing the hips back towards straightening the front leg. Inhale, lunge forward, lift the heart, very light on the blocks. And exhale, draw it back. One more. Yeah. Great. Now we draw that right knee back. Good. All right. So now walk your blocks back so that we're in an upright kneeling position, and we're going to maneuver our way to face forward so that we have space on each side of the mat. Place a block at each side of the mat. And we are in this upright kneeling position for some side lunging. So beginning now with your left foot stepping out, knee is bent, and side lunge. Inhale back, exhale side lunge. And as we did, good, and now keeping the arms parallel, continue this side lunging. And one more time. Lovely. Stay in the lunge. Let your right arm just hang a moment. Reach and see if you can reach the block, bringing it to the inside of your foot and lean into it. If that's not within reach, bring your forearm to your thigh. And now that right arm comes up and over. Yes, terrific. Looking good. And one more breath. Great. Big inhale, push back to vertical torso. Relax the arms. Moving now the block a little bit to a higher position. Straighten that same leg and turn the toes forward. So now we've got the outer edges of the feet, of that foot. Stretch the arms long. Now we're going the other way. Reach and find that other block to rest onto. And up and over. So lovely big side stretch. Yes. Press the outer foot. Bring your bottom ribs forward. Yeah, looking good. Thanks everyone. Giving your all. The outer edge of your left foot presses down. It activates the leg up the inseam. Feel your ribs separate with your breath. Good. And then the big breath in to come upright. Bend that knee and bring the knee back down. We're going to change sides. So, out we go with your right foot. Side lunging, so your hip pointers are directly forward as we now lunge. Back and side lunge. Now a couple more with the level arms. Great, and then this time we're going for the block inside of the foot. Maybe you'll have it on the high setting or the middle setting, and then the free arm comes up and over, your bottom ribs roll forward. And breathe into this opening of the side body, grounded and stretching. Nice, everyone. Big inhale, come back to upright. And tip that foot in so that the outer edge of it is pressing down. And then we reach the other way and find the block on this side at the right height for you. And the free arm comes up and over. And we breathe the long breaths into the long side body, lovely extension. And the extension comes because we are rooting down. We need to be grounded to push up, push long. So for all our activities in the world, when we are grounded, we have more purchase for liftoff. Lovely. Here we go. Ground deeply for lift up. And relax your arms down and come back to both knees. And we're going back to the first side. Hope your knees are lasting with this. And this time, the leg stays straight and the toes are peeled back. And we reach, 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 and rest on the shin bone. And the upper arm can again come really close. Two more deep breaths. Perfectly fine to use the block. And inhale, come back to upright and relax the arms and switch sides. Squared hips, straight leg, level arms. Lovely breath in and reach, tilt to wherever you can. Up and over comes the arm. Good. Ground down to lift off. Relax. And bring your leg in. All right, so let's gather the blocks back at the front of the mat, which we turn in that direction. Let's take a downward facing dog now. So we're stretching along the midline. And pressing down to raise the hips high. So this pose is so wonderful for stretching along the midline. And both arms and legs get that wonderful extension. Two more breaths. And next exhalation, gently return the knees to the mat and come down to your elbows. Palms in prayer pose. Keeping your knees close together and your head a little lifted. Take your left knee up and just pulse the knee. We're stretching into the quads, into the psoas muscles with these little pulses. Yep. Good, and then exhale, lower down. Setting up for second side where we take the right leg up and pulse it. Nice, and lower the knee. walk the knees back a little bit so you can be fully on your mat to lower your pelvis and come into Sphinx pose. So now the elbows widen out a little bit and the heart lifts. A little push down through the palms, the finger pads, the wrists, bringing the lift through the heart. Slowing the breath down again, we are alert and active here. For the 2 more cycles of your breath. Exhaling, we lower down, make a little pillow to support your brow, relax your buttocks completely. Soften down for those 3 slow breaths. Good. Let's bring the arms behind the back, perhaps to interlace or perhaps to simply reach. Press your feet down so much your knees have lifted up. And then inhale, raise your chest. So we're grounding through the top of the feet, the lower belly and the pubis. And we're rising through the chest. Stay to breathe. Notice deep breathing is challenging here. Ready to exhale. Lower head, looking left. Take your right arm out to the right and soften down completely. Rolling onto your right hip. So we're working into that right shoulder. Roll onto your right side. And your legs can bend to find more purchase. And your left arm could even reach back too. Or your left hand might be supporting this. Nice, everyone. Roll back to your tummy. Now, left arm out to the left. As we take second side, turn your face. Use your right hand to roll onto your left hip. Bend the knees. And receive the good stretch into your left shoulder. Great. Come back onto your tummy. Find the center line. And then as we did, we're going to reach the arms back to either reach or clasp. Lift the shoulders, draw the arms up, legs are firm. This time the legs lift. And we're grounded only through the lower belly and the pubic bone. Everything else is flying up the air. Up in the air, off the earth. 2 more breaths. Good. Exhalation. Make a pillow and relax completely. Release everything in your back. Nice. Bring your hands next to your ribs. Push to 4s. Dip back a little bit to counterpose the lower back. Good stretch. And then come to sit on the folded blanket, just as we did when we began. Sit in a way that's comfy and easy for you. as we practice now Sitali. Sitali is the cooling breath. And how do we cool the breath? We cool it with our own saliva by inhaling through the mouth and, if possible, inhaling through your tongue tube, which means curling your tongue inward like that and sipping, slurping the breath through. Not every tongue can do that. Some need to just curl back and leaving the hollows at the sides to breathe. So, whichever way your tongue can curl, slurp the inhale. Tongue goes back in the mouth, exhale, nose. A moist tongue, inhale through it. Exhale, nose. Stay with this practice. Sitali breath. One to go. Lovely, good. So we'd stay here and another pranayam coming up. And so this time we are breathing in for 4 counts and breathing out for 4 counts, all through the nose. So let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Repeat that. Now we're going to add on. Breathe in again. On the count of 3, pull your pelvic floor and your lower belly in. A little hold, and then exhale, release that out for 4. In. Contract. Root lock, navel lock. Exhale. And as we did, breathe in. Keep breathing in as we squeeze. Release. Breathe out. Stay with this. Breathe in. Squeeze. Release with the breath. So there's no breath retention, but there is that inward contraction. On the count of 3, we keep breathing till 4. Keep going. Make sure you release on exhale. So this is a way to generate, recharge energy. Lovely, and release that final breath. Pause a moment, notice all the sensations here. And then our third pranayam today is alternate nostril breathing. So we use the right hand thumb. Close off your right nostril, breathe in left. Close that nostril. This time we pause, contract. Open the right, release, exhale right. In right. Close is up to pause the breath to draw up the pelvic floor and the lower belly. Release that as the left exhales. Left in. Pausing and contracting, apply your root lock, your navel lock. As we release through the right, release the locks. in right. Pause and apply your locks. And release the locks. Through the left we breathe out. Good. We've one more round. In left. Pause, apply your locks. And release the locks. Exhale right. In right. Close it up. Pausing the breath, apply your locks. And release, exhaling left. Hand rests down, sit a moment in the natural breath. Feel what's here. And so when we practice breath retention, we're getting a burst of oxygenation by that short and brief interruption. Great. Lower the chin and come onto your back. So we're coming into final relaxation now. If those of you like to practice that with legs up the wall, feel free to do that. Or gather your props and lie back down to find the ground, the support, the deep ease as we let the ground rise up to meet us, as we yield and surrender the full body weight down. Now as we close the eyes and feel everything that's here, this knowing that we're done, and now we integrate, we receive, receiving all the goodness of the practice, allowing the breath to simply breathe us, so effortless. And just allowing your consciousness to fill this sensation of the groundedness and the open spaciousness. How we can feel both at the same time. And let yourself go deeply into your internal quiet place. Sensing and feeling again your breath. And as you breathe with your body, stretch your fingers a little wide on the inhale and let them flop on the exhale. Fingers and toes spread on inhale and release on exhale. Lovely. We're slowly going to stir the body, rolling over to the one side and curl up. This very important moment, gratitude, heals and opens all doors. And then we'll complete in the seated pose. Breathe the arms up and return to this starting place where we just bow to our own heart. Namaste, beautiful yogis. Thank you for coming.